Yo, good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning, March 2nd. I'm coming on here to do a special Saturday story that I'm going to post that wanted to do yesterday, but I was running a little late on everything yesterday. So today, all right, for those of you who's listened to my stories, and I had the story about my first tag partner, Road Rage. His dad, Eric Goff, his dad, Mr. Dennis Goff, ran Deep South Wrestling and in the Baton Rouge area, huge area, all over Baton Rouge. If you are a Louisiana independent wrestling fan or an independent wrestler from 20 something years ago, you know Deep South Wrestling. They've had people like Dan Severn on their show. Man, they've had Kevin Northcutt, Saxon, myself, Halfbreed, Martinelli, Joe Kane, just a lot of Louisiana guys that are my age. Well, a lot older than me. Well, the promoter, Mr. Dennis, Eric's father. Me and Eric would always joke around that he and I were brothers because we both have red hair, and so does Mr. Dennis. And I would call Mr. Dennis Dad, and we'd call each other all the time on Christmas and holidays to wish our families happy holidays. He passed away a couple weeks ago. I think the final thing was that he had ALS, and it affected him very fast, and he's not with us any longer. One of my favorite people that I've ever met in this business. One of my longest friends I've had in this business. And he's kind of got me teary-eyed today because this morning I go to the mailbox and there was an envelope from Eric. And it's the original copy of Deep South Wrestling's LLC paperwork. It hit me. It hit me. He wrote a letter to me. It says, "Brian, this is one of the original copies of the DSW LLC papers. Dad, love you to death. And I want you to have this so him and DSW can live on in our hearts. Eric." Man, boy, he knows how to hit me right in the chest. But man, I love you. I love your family. Mr. Dennis will never leave my mind. He was one of the first guys that ever gave me a chance in his promotion. And you and I had a blast doing what we did as Road Rage and Minotaur and the Bod Squad. And I think back to that all the time, those days, but it was just fun. We had an awesome time. Today, I reposted it on my Facebook page. Today is going to be a memorial for Mr. Dennis. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm in North Carolina. But it's killing me not to be there for my boy because I know how it feels to lose your dad. I lost mine, almost 30 years ago. And it still weighs heavy on my heart 30 years later. It's never going to go away. You're always going to miss your dad, but but you always got me. Eric, I love you. I wish I could be there today. So have an awesome day. I have a surprise that if you've gotten this far into this story, tonight I have gotten myself into a little situation, which is easy to explain, but hard to understand. About a month and a half ago, when I went to a couple shows, I posted about going to a couple shows around here just to watch and see what's going on. Even when I left Louisiana, I wasn't wrestling, but I was still involved in the wrestling shows somehow, whether I was a commissioner, whether I was a matchmaker, whether I was a referee, whether, just doing things and special appearances and everything. And I still wanted to continue that and still be part of the wrestling business somehow in North Carolina, but I just don't know. I didn't know how to do it, how to get my foot in the door, because unfortunately in the wrestling business, if nobody knows who you are, where you've been. They really don't care. I mean, they just don't. It's a thing in the wrestling business. If they don't know who you are, you ain't shit. So way back in the day when Voodoo was having shows, when Gary Gerard and Brian Miller were running shows in the New Orleans area, they decided to partner with another promotion called AIWF, and it's a nationwide promotion that they partner with other promotions all over the United States, and they're all over the place. Well, the guy who runs it came to one of our shows a long time ago, so he remembered me when I was posting about North Carolina wrestling. He messaged me and said, "Hey, man, you live in North Carolina now?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do." He goes, "Are you still wrestling?" I said, "No." I said, "No." I said, "But I'd still like to get my foot in the door somehow, just to, help out as much as I can, whatever I can do, just to, help train some guys, help, promote, do whatever I can because I still want to be part of the wrestling business." He said, "Well, I live in Greensboro, and I'm having a show March 2nd in Mount Airy, North Carolina, which is probably about an hour drive from where I'm at." And he said, "Why don't you come up, take a ride, come visit with everybody, get to know people, get to meet people, and you can network that way and discuss what you can do to get your foot in the, because wrestling is huge up here, man. There's wrestling everywhere up here." And so I said, "Okay, I'll do that. I'll be there March 2nd. Well, 2 weeks ago, I wake up with a message from him and like 4 or 5 other guys in the same message saying, "Hey, I need your promo pics because y'all are in a 6-man tag." And I went, "Oh, timeout. Hold up. Wait a second. I am not wrestling anymore. I don't know what part of that you didn't understand." He goes, "Look, man, it's our anniversary show. I'd love to have you on it since you were part of AIWF a long time ago. Well, I'd like to have you on it." And I'm like, "Man, ain't no way. I got the devil right here and I got the angel right here telling me, no, get it, no, get it, get it. Show them who you are." But, I had a struggle with myself, struggle with my family. I'm going to do it. I'm supposed to be in a 6-man tag match tonight in Mount Airy, North Carolina for AIWF Wrestling. We're going to see how this goes and where it goes from there. It's killing me because I don't want to be that typical guy that says, "Hey, I'm retired," and all of a sudden I'm back in the ring, because I didn't want that to happen, but I do have an itch that I need to scratch, and I'm going to scratch it tonight, and it should be fun. We're going to have a good time, and North Carolina's going to find out who Minotaur is. Peace. I'll let y'all know what happens.